What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim, bet it up. All right, y'all. So, figured out what we're doing with the Cutlass. Thank you guys for the comments, stuff like that. Yes, I'm not touching anything underneath the hood. You're gonna have somebody take care of that. But suspension is set. I trimmed the back of this fender a little bit on the inside, so we got full turn. It's not rubbing nothing. But there it is. I'm not sure exactly the year, but I'll just say 86. 442 Cutlass. Put the back seat back in it. Got them 24s on it. Back is a 7.5 inch lip. It's a 24/9 billet. 2.65 backspace. So it's 10 inches overall. So if you guys want to fit these on these cars better without tubbing and stuff like that, this car realistically did not need to be tubbed or frame notched. It might have needed a quarter rail notch, but the wheel and tire was not measured up first to figure out the car. So that's how that went. But the Cutlass is ready to go. He is calling me tomorrow. Boom. Like I said, look, back seat's in it. The back part is in it. I cut the little braces behind it for the tubs.
Right here.
It's all good. And you got money right there? Okay, you got a couple dollars. That ain't much.
And my toy just broke.
Okay. But yeah, so Cutlass, we'll be going bye-bye tomorrow on tow truck. He's gonna take it to his guy, have him go over the engine stuff, all that, you know, with the carburetor leaking. You know, I'd hate to fix the wires, get it running, drive down the street, and, you know, which I wouldn't because the carburetor's leaking. The carburetor I figured would stop leaking, but it didn't. And it's not leaking as bad as it was in the beginning, but whatever. But there it is, 24s, notched, narrowed, tucked, wheelwood brakes, QA1 front control arms, trick chassis rear control arms, Viking coilovers. I wiped the car down a little bit, used some McGuire spray wax. Didn't have really good rags. You can see it's streaked up. Whatever. I'm not a detail shop. The side, you can see the wheels are a little dirty. One wheel was wrapped up. I think it was that left front one was wrapped up for a while, but wheel's a little dirty, but comes with cleaning, you know. I clean it up. But she's ready to go. And now, tomorrow, I will be back on the Impala SS. I'll be getting the 9-inch, which is standing up by the table over there. I'll be getting it all set up underneath of here. This car will be gone. Nothing will be getting pushed in or out. So I'll have the stands to hold the rear end in place where I want it, tack everything. So if I got to leave it on the stands for a day or two to fab everything up, I can do all that. But yes, back to the Impala SS tomorrow. 26-inch ST forged. Impala replicas, SS replicas, blah, blah. That one over there got a little dirty. Got the 81 Landau up on the lift. This lift, I'm not sure if I've ever put a car forward, but I don't care. Put the lift forward. This is a center lift, so it's got weight this way and that way. The trunk is full of all the parts right now. But again, this is a very clean car. Boom. This one is getting the 28-inch Brutus choppers, 9-inch lip. So frame notching, tubbing. For box Chevys like this, you use a 38-inch competition engineering tub because you basically, from this point inside the car and inside the trunk, comes out to, like here, it comes out to basically 38 inches. Boom. Will it be a full tub? No, we got plenty. I mean, this goes pretty far up. Frame rail is going to be pretty thin, but I'm going to brace underneath the car. They just had that dual exhaust put on there, which, of course, I'm going to cut the tails off. That can all be reinstalled after all the coilovers and everything are in there. All the fab work that's going to be done. The buckets on the rear end. All that. So, now, with the Cutlass being gone, I have Donzel's Cutlass next door, which will be coming over here. Like I said, after the Grand Prix. Grand Prix is going to go after the Impala SS. Boom. And then Donzel's Cutlass will be over here. And then I'll have no customer's job next door. And everything's starting to roll. So let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down to 6 jobs. But all right, y'all. Heat's going to come on right when I get body heater. So Bankroll Tim, It Up Kustoms, appreciate you all. Any info, any questions, hit up the comments. But yeah, appreciate y'all. I'm out. What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim, It Up. Got the 86 outside. Just took it for a spin around the parking lot. Make sure the back tires ain't rubbing anywhere. Plenty of clearance, plenty of clearance. Got that fabbed up rear end up underneath there. This car is set for a 7-inch lip. And what I was saying is, right now there's wheel spacers on the back, 1.5 inch of wheel spacing. This wheel comes out to about a 5-inch lip. So once the wheel is changed to the smaller back barrel, the bigger front barrel, this and that, then we'll be able to take off the wheel spacing, because I have the 3-inch studs, 1/2 inch by 20, strange. That's what those are. The cheapest for the best price, best bang for your buck on those, which are still good. So as you can see, she's got that little bit of tuck. She does have some sounds in it. The tires fitted up in there. The back chrome is trimmed a little bit. Other people be blocking out license plates and stuff like that. I don't be blocking that shit out. But anyways, as you can see, the car is dirty, very dirty. So the car will be going to get all cleaned up. And then he's got other things he's gonna do to it. We got full turn in the front, because I got that badass frame notch on it. Probably can't hear me over the wagon being fired up behind the fence. That's the wagon that's gonna be, so it's one of the wood grain wagons, 90 Chevy Caprice. But anyways, so we got this tuck on here. Got all full suspension, Willwood brakes, back brakes. We gotta take it up and down the street a little bit, get those broke in. Viking coilovers, front and back. Tubular front control arms, QA1. Moog inner and outer tie rods. I mean, if you guys have been paying attention to the videos of this car, I put a lot of time into this car to make this car nice, really nice. I mean, that's the type of work I do anyway. So tried to go through, double check everything, make sure everything's tight, nothing's loose. Jam the control arms, double check those. This car, I only went with the 225 rear spring. What you see, the spring separation is really nice. Like I was saying, the brakes starting to eat off the powder coat, so we'll take it up and down the block. Do that. I'll show you guys this underneath. I spent a lot of time on this rear end. Boom. Brand new bolt covers in the cover with lock washers, all that. Boom. Coilovers, bracing to the rear end. Boom. I was trying to get this video. I had to bleed the brakes and stuff like that today. Oh, I'm blocking the camera. Wanted to get this video before it got dark. I'd be forgetting about that time change. So this will be the video of the 86 Cutlass. Once again, no mini tub. The back of the car can go down another inch, 1.5 inches easy, but we don't need to tuck it that hard. But there it is, y'all. 1986 Cutlass 24s, Armani forged. The back wheel is 24 by 10, which makes it 11 overall. So if you guys want to avoid tubbing like this, keep the rim as skinny as you can in the back. So 24 by 9 will make it 24 by 10 overall, or we'll make it 10 overall, which is going to clear better than this. I did trim the outer lip in the back, but there it is, y'all. Bankroll Tim, It Up. Another one done. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Thanks, y'all. And I'm out. What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim, It Up. Brought the 442 across the street. Had them wet it up real fast. I tried to go to the gas station one last night, and the driver's door didn't seal up too good, so I didn't want to get the inside of the man's car soaked. So, brought it across the street here. I know you guys are watching my videos, you see it in the background. They be detailing the cars over here like a motherfucker. So, brought it over here. As you can see, she clean. She had just that little bit of dust on it where it got underneath the plastic and the couple days that I didn't have it covered. But this baby got full turn. Went to the gas station, put a full tank of fuel in it. Dude said he only's gonna put 212s and an amp back there, so really ain't gonna squat it much more than that. But it took, what, 13 gallons of fuel, and it still rides exactly the same as it did when it went to the gas station. But you can see, she's looking good. She's looking real good. Yeah, it's got that nice little tuck on there, you know. I mean, I don't see why you need more tuck than that. Wheels up underneath there. And again, no tubs. This car is not mini tubbed. I had to finesse the back part of the tub on that side and finesse the tub on that side just a little bit, but I centered the wheel up and the wheel well pretty good to where if I would have went farther more, I would have had to finesse the tub, you know, inside there more. And if I would have went back more, which you wouldn't know because you wouldn't want the wheel back that far. But as you can see, that wheel is in a nice spot. The calipers clear the frame. There's no narrow to this car. I think the lip is like a 5-inch lip, but this car you could put a 7-inch lip on it, just like excuse me, just like Kevin's car, the gold Cutlass I did a couple weeks ago, and the black 442. The black 442 is actually narrowed with a 7 or 8-inch lip on it. So this car here, all you'd have to do is narrow it and clock the end for the caliper to go down, and 7-inch lip would go right on this car, and the wheel would sit in the same spot because the width of the wheel is the same width. A lot of guys don't understand that. So when you're putting 24s on G bodies, as long as you keep that wheel as skinny as possible in the back, you just need a quarter rail notch and a little tub work. You don't need to fully mini tub it. So these places that are telling you, oh, got a mini tub, oh, got to do this, oh, got to do that. I don't do all that. Meaning I can do all that, but there's just no point in it. Perfect tuck right there. Anti-roll, ties the back of the car together side to side, and that allows the ass end to go straight up, straight down. Doesn't lean, so the tire don't get up in there and rub the outer tub. But yeah, this like I said, it's got a small block Chevy in it. I noticed before the door is a little off, so I think the door needs to be realigned. But I see stuff like that where anybody else don't see anything like that. Trim the fenders that little bit, which you can see. You know, it doesn't look all gaudy like it's hacked off. You know, too much forward. This tire's a fatter tire. Like I said, that's what I was saying on the rims. When you look at that tire, same tire as the back. Front rim's a little skinnier, so it's squared up. Then if you look at the back, you can see that the tire is in a little more because the rim is fatter, so you know it stretches it. So the front of this car, if you wanted to do this style like this, you go with a 255/25/24, which is a way smaller tire, and it would keep you from having to cut the fender as much, and it would clear more, and you could ride a little bit lower on the front. Still would need a sport steering, stuff like that. This one I ended up putting 3 shims, 2 fat shims and a thin shim on the upper part of the back control arm to degree it back. So with it being degreed back, alright, so with degreeing the spindle back like this, moves the wheel back, and then when it turns, it gives it a sport steering, so it tucks and misses the cuts. That's why you'll see my cars don't have big nasty cuts like other people's cars. Does not touch nowhere near back there at all. It's a beautiful car. Loved working on it. Dude was supposed to pick it up today after 6, but just hit me up and said he can't get it until Friday at about 10 in the morning. And I normally don't get to the shop till about 12, 2 o'clock, so anyways. But there it is, 442 G body, all hooked up. Coilovers, front and back. QA1 control arms, front. Trick chassis rear, double adjustable control arms. Trick chassis rear anti-roll bar. And it's all set up custom. It's all custom. I'm not a parts changer, and if I do change something as a parts changer, I do it custom. All right, y'all. Bankroll Tim, bat it up. There it is. She done. She about to go bye-bye. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim, bet it up. Look at this killer right here. I know y'all seen it. I know y'all seen it, but look. Oh, what's that back tire? Woo! This is a killer ass Malibu. I know it's windy out here, but it's from Aurora. Got an LS in it. Got a little bit of power. A couple people had their hands on it. But how y'all like that shit? How y'all like that shit? Not completely finished. I just did a toe in and toe out alignment on it, on my alignment plates today. So now the car, when you pull forward, the wheel stays straight up. You pull backwards, the wheel stays straight up. There's a little adjustments here and there, but what is it? A 70? It's a 78 or 79, I think. Well, the front tells you it's a 78 or 79. What the back tail lights are saying 79, so I think it is a 79. But this 24-inch Ford Giotto, got that lip on the back, got that 9-inch, got the cage in it. Yeah, y'all see. Boom. Car's been in the works for like a year and a half now or something. It is a true lime down. But yeah, she raw business. Y'all let me know what you think. I know you're probably gonna see it on everybody else's channel too. But the undervalance he's gonna have redone so it goes to the fenders the right way. But something later on. I think they're going to what race you going to? Georgia. They going to Georgia this weekend, so car got ready so that way it can go on the trailer. Got to get cleaned up and rolling. I would show you under the hood, but I'm not sure if he wants me to show under the hood. It probably doesn't matter, but try to have a little bit of respect, you know. But yeah, y'all, this thing is raw. This thing is raw. Frame notched, all frame braced. Crazy Eddie and Joliet. Frame's powder coated. I think the front end is like TRZ or something. Got the stub on it. Yeah. So there you are. Little quick video for today. It should make some passes. We're gonna see what's going on. I won't be there. I got work to do. But all right, y'all. Bankroll Tim, bet it up. I'm out. What up, y'all? Bankroll Tim, bet it up. We got that Parisian. All that new suspension on the front. Q81s. Set the back down a ½ inch more than what it was. Adjusting ride quality right now. I got the front compression right now at like 8. The rebound at 11. The back I think is like 9 and 12. 9 the compression, 12 on rebound, but it feels a little bouncy going up down the street, but we're gonna figure that out. Cleaned her up a little bit with some wax inside, but wheels are a little dirty. Had to get the skirts fitted back on there. So I'm gonna adjust the valving on the front. I'm gonna go a little tighter first to see if that's gonna make this car better. I only put a 550 in it, so having a 550 in it would be a better ride. Normally I'll use a 650 on these, but a controlled shock you know, allows the shock to do the work instead of the spring. So if you're softer on the shock, if the shock is allowed to move very easy in and out, then you're riding on spring, and the spring pressure and the spring can be stiff. Now the tighter you go with the shock, the better. You know, the tighter you go, the more you're on shock and velving. 281 uppers, 281 lowers, cleaned up, painted up. Got some tie rod sleeves. Got some tie rod sleeves on there, 281. Toe in, toe out is set. I do everything from measurements. Let's see what it looks like. Got a little bedded up in there. She got full turn. I cut the little spots off the frame where the lower control arm goes so the tires don't hit where they were hidden before. Oh yeah. Got that gangsta sag on there. See, the parking lot's real bumpy right there, but and it's got plenty of travel, suspension travel. So I'm gonna tighten up them shocks a little more. I don't know how much weight he's got in the trunk for sounds, but man, that bitch is sagging. Let's see, let me blow this up a little bit. I don't even know how to do that. I used to be able to do it. Yeah. Like I said, it's got the original 305 in it. And I do believe it is an 86. But yeah, it's Sunday the 13th. Came in here, finished up the alignment. Heard it. The trunk lid bounces a little bit, so. But all right, I'm gonna make these adjustments, and we can go from there. Look at that. Woo! That baby looks good. Love that color. But yeah, I'm gonna tighten up the compression and rebound a little bit. We're gonna take it for another drive down the street and see what's going on. But all right, y'all, Bankroll Tim, It Up Kustoms. That's what we're doing. We out. What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim, It Up. Been a couple days. Grand Prix is done. Changed the control arms on the back to the double adjustable, put the anti-roll on there, put the wheel with brakes on there, boom. Took it out. I drove it the best I could with the battery being dead, and it's got the Holley EFI on it, so I didn't want to burn this. But anyways, I broke the brakes in. You can see all the way around. Got the brakes all broken. I ended up having to re-bleed them. I had some air in the back system, so you know, when your pedal is low and the dash light where it says brake likes to turn off and on you when you pump it a couple times. So I had to re-bleed the backs and the fronts. I went through it all again. So car is ready, but battery is junk. So I didn't want to run it anymore today. But that's that. It's going by tomorrow. Been a cold one today. We was outside having to do some shit. But anyways, got wheels all over the place. The Volanos are going by tomorrow because these are the same owner as the Grand Prix. Those are 28-inch Volanos. But yeah. So my lift, I know a couple weeks ago or whatever, my lift had broke, the hose had ripped. So once again, the brand new hose, you can see my floor is all jacked up again. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. So this fitting right here, and there's the brand new hose. Well, the brand new hose before, right here, this edge of this, oh yeah, the nasty ass cut. But anyways, this edge right here was getting caught on the inside of here. So see, it's not supposed to look like that. You can see why it looks like that now. I cut it with my damn Sawzall. I cut the piece out. Yeah, I know, my lift. But anyways, I cut it to get it to clear the piece so this column can go up and down and clear that hose so it doesn't rip it apart. So, yeah, all the metal shavings, whatever. But as you can see, it's supposed to look like that little curve right there. But I had to get into that curve area and cut it out. So I noticed with this lift from the beginning, it was bought used. It's an old ass lift. I noticed from the beginning when you get the car down to a certain height that this column would always it would jerk. Well, I found out why. And now it's totally fixed. I got the line zip tied up there real good. I zip tied it to the cylinder right here, all real good, boom. Went through and adjusted the cables. This one, for some reason, still, I don't know what the deal is. I keep tightening it up, but it doesn't tighten. But the lift is working. It's working good. I know you guys don't care about the lift stuff, but anyways, had to deal with that crap. Nobody ever wants to talk about all the shit I got to deal with, all the shit I got to go through, and all the money spent on all this other shit to get cars done. And when you're one person doing it all, it's a motherfucker. Yep. So I got a mess and a half over here. As you can see, that piece of 6x6. So we had 2 floor jacks and those two pieces of 6x6. So I was underneath one leg over here, and we kitty cornered the other side for the other with the car on there because it was stuck up in the air. So then we had to jack it up to get it off the locks, to let the locks out, then to set it down to get the car off the lift. So that was fun. But yeah, it's been a while. Haven't put up a video. Not too much else done. This rear end, my wife had cleaned up. I don't know if I showed that last time, but I finally got the axles all picked up. Like I said, from that axle to that, it's like a 6-inch difference. So within the 6 inches and how I'm putting boxes and everything on this, I'll be able to, from here to wherever here, so I don't have to sit here and clean all these brackets off. I can just cut this section out and put the end back on here. And my weld, even if my weld's in more, it doesn't matter, because then when I put the box on, the box will be in the middle of that, so the welds will all be there. And I brace it, and we're talking about big tube housing, so I'll show you all that. Still haven't done much of this, but now I got some time with that thing going tomorrow that I can set a couple hours for this, but I definitely have to set a couple hours for this because, like I said, with this one, I just need to button up some things to make it roll, put the stuff on it that I have left, and it's basically gonna be going somewhere else to get finished because I don't know, I just, time-wise, time-wise, it's just been effed up. All the things I've had to go through for the last 2 years being in this, I'm in this building now 2 years, but all the things I've had to go through with customers and this and that, and I took care of good customers and stuff like that, and when it's all said and done, if I did a couple jobs for them, this and that, just certain people, a couple people, a lot of people, everybody, I ended up, if I sat down and added it all up off of all the cars, I really didn't make but maybe $200, so I really didn't even make rent with it, and it's my bad because I set the price at this and that, and you can't take care of everybody. You gotta get paid. I've been behind, and I'm the only one to blame for it, so. But I'm trying. I'm in here working. I know y'all don't want to hear me crying, whine about the shit, but I'm in here every day working. But yeah, Grand Prix. Many tub, notch, narrowed, tucked, all that, man. Like I said, it started it, 3 years ago? Man, just had it for the last couple months waiting to put these damn brakes on it. And if I'd had a good employee all this time, they could have been putting the brakes on it while I was doing something else. And I went from being 20 cars behind, basically, if you really think about it, in the last 2 years, being 20 cars behind to being basically, I'm behind on the Grand National and I'm behind on Donzel's car. So down to 2 cars that I'm behind on. And I do have one more out there, like I'm talking about. I got one more out there I gotta take care of, but. All right, y'all. Bankroll Tim, bet it up. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. What up? Bankroll Tim, bet it up. Got this 96 Impala SS finally done. Got them 7-inch lips on there. Them SD4s. Sandman wheels, you know. Custom fitted. Got that 9-inch Mojo rear end in it. So on this car, guys, they originally ordered the rear end 3 inches narrower on each side. I know before I thought it was like 2 inches, but it ended up being 3 inches. Well, the studs ended up being too short, so I had to swap the studs out for some 3-inch studs. They ordered press in. I prefer screw in. I had to cut the ends off the housing to clock the housing to get the caliper to sit lower in the back. But you guys can see all that clean ass work. Look at them frame rails. I've been doing them frame rails like that for years. Here's another thing about the back of the car. I have the molding on there. Yeah, you can see I had to trim the molding right there in front, towards the front of the car. But the molding's on there. If you look at most of the cars that are out there with a 6 on it, on the Impala SS, they get rid of the back molding. Only one car I ever had to do to get rid of the back molding. It was a white Chevy Caprice bubble, and it had 28s on it. So there you go. Wasn't no narrow or anything like that. Took it for a test drive last night, me and Big Lou. You know, we some big boys, so we was in it, rolling. It drives straight down the road. It rides smooth as shit. No scrubbing, no rubbing. This wheel looks like it's farther forward, but if you look at the gaps on the back of the tire, both the gaps are the same. But you know how these cars look anyways with the rear end farther forward. I can't really move the rear end back anymore because the drive shaft that's currently in it is too short for the 9-inch setup. So there's just enough in the trans for it to work, but it's going to get the motor swapped. It's getting the LS, all that good shit. So they're gonna have to put a drive shaft in the correct length and all that. And who knows what trans he's gonna go with and where it's gonna sit. Obviously the 700 that's in this thing is not gonna stay in it. Ain't no 700 holding up to the power of an LS motor. But yep, 96 Impala SS, full custom suspension, full frame cleaning, painted, big ass brakes in the front, Willwood, Todd TCE Performance, 16-inch brakes, big ass calipers. Got some QA1 uppers, QA1 lowers, all the new steering components. It's a beautiful car. Inside is totally redone. You see the name. Chicago. Chicago. But yeah. So basically, to put a 7-inch lip in this wheel, I'm gonna say with this wheel, 7-inch lip on this car. Well, yeah, that side looks the same, but you can see. Anyways, 2.5 inches of narrow from stock. 2.5 inches of narrow from stock on each side. So 5 inches overall. If you guys are ordering a rear end, you want to bolt the 9-inch in. This one, of course, was all fabbed up in there, the boxes and all that. But if you want to get one that just bolts in, to bolt the 7-inch lip right on it, 2.5 inches on both sides is perfect. 5 inches overall narrow. This is custom welded in, coilovers in the back. You guys, there's plenty of videos on this car. It took a little more time than needed, but I made sure everything was nice and smooth and sweet. This car was able to do basically a little stress-free. Less stress than normal. But it's badass. And this little video right here, I'll get you guys a video of it driving around the parking lot. As you can see, my kid is in there. But I'm gonna give myself a couple minutes because I'm sniffling a little bit because it's cold as shit out here. And my fingertips, dirty ass nasty fingers, they pretty damn cold. But all right, y'all, here's this little video. And I'll be up with another one next. Appreciate y'all. Bankroll Tim, bet it up. I'm out. What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim bedded up. Here's that G-body Bonneville, y'all. 22s. Back got an 8-inch lip. So it's 22 by 10, about 11 overall. The front I think is only by like 8. Got a fat ass tire on the back. I think it's a 295. 25, 22. Did this car a couple years ago. I've been changing a couple things on it here and there. Front still got stock suspension on it, which we're gonna be changing that up. But we were hearing some noise in the back, and frame tail's got a little damage to it. You know where the body mounts are on the right side, so I'm probably gonna do a 2-frame rail setup in the back on both sides, but not now. We just adjusted a couple things on it. I trimmed the back lips a little more. He had gotten different chrome trim, or put them back on, and they had hit a little bit. That grill right there, everybody's asked me about. I'm not sure where he got the grill, where he had it made, but pretty tight. I think this thing is an 86. Pontiac Bonneville. Got an LS 5.3. Narrow rear end, notch frame, anti-roll, coilovers in the back. It's all set up real nice. Real nice. Tucking. That wheel for a 22. It actually comes out to like 8 1/4 inch lip. What we were trying to do, I got a 3/4 spacer on both sides from when I originally did this setup. So what we were trying to do is send the wheels back to billet and have them move the center of the wheel back to 3/4 of an inch. That way we can get rid of the spacer, and then it would have 9-inch lip. So that's hopefully one thing that, you know, can get done soon. I'm outside right now. Wind's probably making noise and shit, but it's a clean ass car, man. Got the matching steering wheel. Yes, the other video before, the back wheels were on backwards, which I never noticed before, and I think somebody had said it in one of the older videos. But today, when I had both back wheels off, when I put it back on, at the last minute I was like, you know what, I better change these back around. I changed it back around because the tires are not directional. But man, this thing is nice. Clean as hell. Interior's all done. Boom. Real nice car. Very nice car. Got that 3-stage roof in it. Real nice. Details with the Pontiac emblem on it. It's actually a beautiful car. I like this car. Got the painted on. Cleared over. Decal. But yeah, this thing's pretty nice. Pretty raw. I think it's the cleanest G-body Bonneville out there. Out here. However you want to say it. Alright, y'all. Bankroll Tim, bedded up. This is right now today, Friday the 29th, 30th, whatever the hell it is today. And yeah, there we go. Alright, y'all. Appreciate y'all. And I'm out. What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim bedded up. What y'all see right here. The fastest turbo box Chevy in Chicago. How y'all feel about that? Look at them 28s. You see that? The fender ain't cut. Got that frame notch. Got them big ass brakes. Big ass brakes. Biggest on a box Chevy. First. Look at that nasty ass lip back there. Nasty lip. That frame notch. That suspension. Them big ass brakes. Regular top, brome, whatever you want to call it. This is what I like. How y'all like it? Should I get up underneath of it and show you the underneath? Got them twin turbos on there. Ooh, that front wheel looks like it's leaning a little bit. I'm gonna have to double check that alignment. Woo, woo, woo. Man, that's a bad bitch right here. Got all that. It's gonna get some frame brazing here in a couple weeks. Coilovers, anti-roll, 9-inch. 9 inches all braced up. Calipers mounted real low for frame clearance. Because originally we had the car lower in the back, and he decided he wanted to set it up. So the wheel sits in pretty good, but it clears. Tire ain't all cut up. All original interior. Got that double dip. Got the fire breathing dragon ports right there. I just made that up. Pretty calm. Got them two little upper and lower control lines. Got that front frame notch for full turn. Yes, I did that. But he drove it all the way out here from the west side. I know it's not too far, but he drives it everywhere. I think he said he got like 900 miles on it now or something. But she clean, real clean. Y'all let me know how you like that stance. You like that wheel sitting up underneath the back like that. It's narrowed a little more than needed, but it looks good. And then you can always put a fatter tire on the back. Fatter tire, more tread on the ground, more hook. And this car is set for hook right now. But yeah, there it is. Chicago's fastest turbo box. All right, y'all. Bankroll Tim. I'm over here clowning. Appreciate y'all. Bet it up. I'm out.